How do the Houston Texans get it done against the Kansas City Chiefs? What needs to occur in this matchup for the Texans to pull off the big upset, take down the AFC elite Kansas City Chiefs, beat them in Arrowhead in that divisional round success streak? What all needs to happen? Well, it's going to be tough. But here's how the Texans get it done. We got a prediction for you at the end of this one. Start over on the defensive side of the football. It's going to be led by the defense. They've got to have a magical day against Patrick Mahomes and this Kansas City Chiefs offense. Now, the Chiefs haven't lit up the scoreboard this year like they have in previous years, but man, they are efficient with the football. They only punted twice in the last matchup with the Houston Texans. So obviously you got to force a couple of more punts. How do you get there with the Texans? Well, let's start with the defensive line. 4-man pressures from the defensive line are key in this matchup. If you blitz Patrick Mahomes, he makes you pay. The elite quarterbacks, the greatest of all time, Tom Brady, he would kill you if you blitzed him. He knew exactly what to do with the football. He could get rid of it. Somebody was always open, or he'd throw it in the dirt and live to fight another day. Mahomes is the same way, although his thing that he can do is extend a play, get away from the blitz, somebody's unaccounted for. Next thing you know, Mahomes is either running for a first down or he's hitting an open guy in an open space, and the Chiefs are in business. You've got to be able to get 4-man pressure on Patrick Mahomes if you're going to have a chance to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not saying you never blitz. A well-timed one can certainly get there. The Texans have got to get home with just those 2 defensive tackles and the 2 defensive ends, or Mahomes is going to have the ability to pick them apart. Azeez Al-Shaair is a big one in this one. He's got to have this defense lined up and in the perfect spot for everything. Think about the fact that he didn't play last time when the Texans played the Chiefs. You saw his impact last week against the Los Angeles Chargers, how he can make sure everything is lined up. He's an extension of DeMeco Ryans on the football field. So making sure the play is called correctly, the adjustments are made pre-snap, everybody's in the right spot. Kansas City lives in space. They will make things happen and make successful plays out of space that you allow them to have from a defense. So the Texans have to limit that space, make Mahomes make a quick decision, tackle well when the ball does get into that space. Azeez Al-Shaair is a big portion and component of that. The Texans are going to have to be really good at safety as well. Andy Reid will find matchups that try to exploit things. People haven't gone at Eric Murray as much as I expected them to since he became a starter for this team. But Andy Reid and this Chiefs offense could find a way to get after Murray. He's got to be excellent. Kalen Bullock last week went for an interception, probably should have just stayed back where he was supposed to go for the play. It allowed Ladd McConkey to have a big play. Chiefs get that type of play against the Texans, that could spell doom for Houston. So Kalen Bullock has got to be on his assignments from that safety spot. And then from a corner perspective, and we know how good Kamari Lassiter is. We know how good all-pro Derek Stingley is. They've got to be excellent. Again, whoever their matchup is, it's got to be fantastic. And if you get an opportunity at an interception, you got to come down with it. You got to make Mahomes pay. If he challenges you at the cornerback spot, either Kamari Lassiter or Derek Stingley, they've got to make Mahomes pay when he challenges the Texans cornerbacks, and they've got an opportunity to get their hands on the football. If they can do it and then get their hands on the ball, then they are going to have a chance to win this football game. But you can't be dropping interceptions or just batting it down when you had a chance to intercept it. You got to come away with one of those turnovers at the cornerback spot. Let's talk about the offense here in a moment. Do want to remind you that my friends at BetUS have a casino for you, from live dealers to slot machines to whatever you might like. BetUS has that casino for you. Sign up now at the casino, get a 200% sign-up bonus up to $5,000 and a 250% crypto sign-up bonus up to $5,000 when you want to check out the BetUS casino. Don't miss out on that. Let's talk about the offense for the Houston Texans. Well, it starts with C.J. Stroud. Excellence and efficiency is what C.J. Stroud has to display in this game. You think about the last matchup, one of the best drives of the season was against the Kansas City Chiefs. Stroud looked magnificent. It was a throwback to 2023 on one of those touchdown drives, but wasn't as efficient in that game. Ran out of bounds for a sack, had 2 interceptions. One of them took points off the board and allowed the Chiefs to easily put points on the board themselves. You can't be messy at the quarterback spot. In this one, you're going to have excellence from CJ Stroud at the quarterback spot, and that's a lot of what we saw post fumbled snap improv play last week. Stroud was excellent after that, really good. And if he can bring that to the matchup with the Kansas City Chiefs, the Texans got a puncher's chance in this one. They can take care of business if Stroud is excellent. He's got to also be efficient with the football. Take what the defense is going to give you. Kansas City's a really good defense. You got to take what the defense gives you when it is there. You can't try to do too much. That's how you end up making mistakes. So that's how you end up taking a big sack. All of a sudden, second and long, third and long. Texans don't succeed that way, and it kind of gets out of hand in a hurry. So efficiency and excellence from CJ Stroud. Something from the rushing attack. Look, Kansas City, good job at stopping the run. You get something out of the rushing attack. Just hard yards here or there. Turn 2nd and 8s into 2nd and 5s. Just something from the rushing attack. It doesn't have to be amazing or excellent, but something from the rushing attack is necessary in this matchup. As a part of the rushing attack for the Texans in this one, they've also got to make sure that they shorten the game. The more possessions, the worse it is for the Houston Texans. Each possession matters a ton for the Texans in this one. Points will be at a premium. Both defenses are excellent. So you've got to make the most of the possessions, but you also can't keep giving Kansas City opportunities. How do you do that? Well, you run the ball effectively. You're efficient with your passing game as well. So that is something that you have to think about if you're the Texans too. Shorten this game up a little bit and make each possession mean just a tiny bit more. It goes without saying, they've got to protect on the offensive line. I like this offensive line alignment better than most that they've put out there on the field this season. So let's see if Blake Fisher is ready for the challenge that it presents going to Arrowhead at the right tackle spot as a rookie. See if Drew Scruggs can get it done at right guard, left tackle, Laramie Tunsil, left guard, Titus Howard, center, Jarrett Patterson. Again, goes without saying, they've got to be really good on the offensive line. A non-Nico wide receiver stepping up would be good, but ultimately Nico might have to go supernova on this one. He might just have to be the best player on the field when the Texans offense is on the field and the Chiefs defense is on the field. And if he does that, the Texans should be able to move the football. The Texans should be able to put some points on the board as well. I like Nico Collins to score a touchdown in this one. You can bet on that at BetUS. But Nico Collins has got to be excellent in this one for the Texans offense. One more note that I would throw in, got to be super tight on special teams. Can't make any mistakes. Can't have a special teams error costing you in this one. If you're the Texans, that means Kaimi Fairbairn's got to hit his kicks. Tommy Townsend's got to be fantastic on the punt. The punt coverage has to be great. It's been great all season for the Texans, so it's got to be great yet again for Houston in this one. And now we get to prediction time. What will happen? Who's going to win this football game? I've gone back and forth on this all week long. I thought that the Texans, with some momentum coming out of the wild card or round against the Chargers, feeling themselves taking this defense on the road. Defense travels. Thought maybe they got a shot. Kansas City with a long rest. Maybe they're a little rusty. Texans get out to a nice lead, play keep away, keep them at arm's length. Then I thought, well, it's the Kansas City Chiefs. Of course they're going to win this one. I don't know about the Texans. I don't know about them keeping up with the Chiefs. I've gone back and forth all week long. This is what I settled on. 23-17 overtime winner by the Kansas City Chiefs. 17-17 game. This thing goes to overtime. Texans lose the coin toss. Mahomes and company get the football, go down, put it in the end zone. They move on in a tough game. I just don't see where the Texans have enough on offense to get over the hump against Kansas City and this defense, and they can only be excellent for so long before Mahomes is going to find a way. Don't want to do it, but that's how I feel this one is going to shake out. You guys know me. I'm always going to tell you exactly how I feel. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. And man, 17-17 going to overtime with the Kansas City Chiefs, walking out of there 23-17 because you lost the coin toss. It's nothing to hang your head at if that is indeed how it shakes out. That's how I see this one going. It is much closer to me than the experts believe in this one. The defense for the Texans should be excellent. Just don't know if they got a 4-quarter plus effort in there enough to keep Mahomes off the scoreboard late. Kansas City moves on this one. The Texans, unfortunately, start their off season. What say you? You feel like I'm wrong? Am I going to be wrong? Let me know in the comment section down below. Anyway, down there, thumbs up on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Appreciate you watching the videos all season long if this is indeed the end of the season. And if not, we got more videos coming for the season if they are able to upset the Kansas City Chiefs. And if it is the offseason, we'll have you covered for the offseason here as well. So appreciate you watching the video. Check out my friends at BetUS. You can wager on the game. You got their online casino. Appreciate you watching the video. Said that already. Hope you enjoyed it. Can't wait till we talk Texans again soon. Hopefully we're talking about how wrong I am and they beat the Kansas City Chiefs.